Hello again, I'm Dr. Nev and I'm a licensed psychologist. This is part 8 of my 10-part series of techniques that you can use to help you manage your anxiety. As I mentioned in parts 1 through 7, I frequently utilize these techniques with my clients in private practice, and I hope you will find them to be useful as well. If you are experiencing significant distress, please contact your local psychologist. In this video, I will cover 3 strategies for releasing your anxiety in productive ways through exercise, journaling, and chore channeling. The first technique is rather simple, but also one of the most difficult ones for clients to commit to, and that is exercise. So before you turn off this video and decide that you're done listening, let me convince you that exercise actually works. Many research studies have shown that for mild to moderate anxiety and depression, exercise can be just as beneficial as taking psychotropic medication. So just let that sink in for a second. And what's also fascinating is that in a recent research study, scientists have shown that exercise is one of the very few things that actually helps to slow down memory loss in dementia patients. So research is building every single year that helps us to really solidify that exercise should be one of the essential components of any mental health treatment. I do not want you to underestimate this technique or dismiss it simply because you don't want to do it. So how can you actually integrate exercise in a meaningful way into your life? Well, you can do this very simply by just walking, taking 20 to 30 minute strolls if you have the ability to do that. Alternatively, if the weather is really cold and snowy and you feel kind of stuck in your house, just go ahead and do 10 or 20 jumping jacks if your body allows you to do that safely. Being physically active just gives you a pause to breathe, remove yourself from a potentially stressful situation, and also allows you to release endorphins and physical tension, which often accompanies those feelings of anxiety. The second technique is journaling, or writing down your thoughts. When people hear the term journaling, they often picture a teenage girl scribbling in her diary, but it is so much more than that. Documenting your thoughts, reflecting on what made you anxious and how long that anxious episode lasted, or what you did to manage it, and what you might do differently next time can be extremely useful information. You might have heard me say in one of my previous videos, when in doubt, talk it out. And in this instance, when in doubt, write it out. Things look very different on paper than in your own head. So things that might make perfect sense in your head, all of a sudden do not make a whole lot of sense when you put them down on paper. Writing is also very cathartic, and it creates a sense of emotional release from anxiousness. So sometimes just putting things on paper, even if you haven't sorted out your problem, can help you kind of remove yourself from those thoughts and those feelings and make you feel a little bit better and a little bit less tense. The third and final technique I will discuss today is called chore channeling. And with this particular strategy, you're trying to get rid of your anxiety indirectly. So instead of just sitting there and stewing with your anxious thoughts or with those feelings that are making you feel helpless or frustrated or whichever way they make you feel, go ahead and do something productive, but also make sure that it's time limited. So for example, one of the strategies that I suggest is if you're at home and you're feeling that anxiety overtake you, go ahead and set a kitchen timer for 15 minutes and then just load the dishwasher or vacuum the house or clean the toilet or finish a load of laundry, clean your closet, dust, sweep, mop, take out the garbage, whatever you can accomplish in those 15 minutes. And again, this will give you a break from your own thoughts and from your own tension and allow you to actually do something useful with your time and your energy. So you're releasing that anxious energy through an activity. Bonus tip, if you want this activity to be even more helpful and more beneficial, go ahead and narrate to yourself exactly what you're doing. So instead of just unloading the dishwasher, talk it out to yourself. Right now, I'm opening the dishwasher. Now I'm taking a plate. I'm putting the plate on the counter. I'm taking my second plate. I'm putting that plate on top of the first plate. And you kind of get the idea where I'm going with this. You're literally just talking yourself through whatever activity and action that you're taking in that moment. And this will be that much more effective in helping you release that anxiety much more quickly. The above 3 techniques of exercise, journaling, and chore channeling might sound very simple and commonsensical, but I have observed over the years as a psychologist that the simplest things tend to be the most effective. So I would encourage you not to dismiss these techniques before giving them a chance. And remember that you might need to practice these techniques several times. Please don't just practice them once and then give up concluding that they were ineffective and waste of your time. Some situations, they will be wonderful. In other situations, you might need a different coping skill. And that's just what comes with the territory anytime you're anxious. Thank you so very much for watching part 8 of my 10-part series on anxiety management. If you like this video, I hope you will also check out part 9. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you would like YouTube to remind you anytime that I post a new video. Thank you so much for your time and take care.